Welcome everybody. Bienvenidos a mi casa. This is a class for Yoga Life Sankugat students and peeps. So vamos a empezar todos. Sit straight and tall. Join your palms. Allow your eyes to close. Join with the sound Om all together 3 times. Draw a deeper inhalation. Lower your head and the palms. Raise your head slowly with your eyes still closed. And now gently open your eyes. Vamos a cruzar los dedos de manos, interlock your fingers, put your palms on top of your head. Relax your inner shoulders away from your ears and bring your elbows apart, wide apart, away from each other. And then from there, turn the palms to face the ceiling, manos arriba, and then slowly let's stretch these arms. Extend upwards, triceps turning in. And as you do so, with the abdomen now lifting, draw the navel back, sides of the abdomen towards the waist. So this 2 sides, the right and left of the navel should pull back and up while you're continuing that upward extension. And then release, change the interlock of the fingers, cambiamos, cruce los dedos, y otra vez. Once again, take the arms up, over, relax the throat, soften the face, relax your jaw. And release. And now let's come up onto standing. Please take your block, everybody. So you all need a block. If you don't have a block, you can use a wheel. If you have a wheel, that's fine. It's also usable. So whatever you have, head supported. El cumbre, la cabeza, el coronilla, la cabeza encima de here. What do you call it, guys? So from here, let's bring the hands outside of your feet. Extend the ground. Let the head touch. If your head is touching, then bring the hands to your outer ankles, manos detrás de los tobillos. If the head is not touching yet, you can take the legs wider. Puedes separar las piernas un poco más abiertas. And then feel the ankles, compacting the outer ankles, the inner and outer ankles towards the center, midline of the ankle bone. And as you do that, feel what the impact is across the pelvic bones. Sube los huesos de nalgas, the buttock bones arriba, más arriba, y desde aquí, spread your elbows, los codos separados. And let the brain become quiet. Cerebro calma. Los ojos también. In Shavasana. Keep the legs as straight as possible. So when the legs are straight in this pose, then the abdomen can relax. Si las piernas trabajando bien, inteligente, el abdomen puede relajar. Si no, es muy difícil para relajar los órganos de abdomen. Y vamos a mirar arriba. Adho Mukha Svanasana. You can move your block out to the side and then take downward dog, a better bow. So check to see that the hands are well aligned, and so the feet about the same distance. Turn the upper arms out, so triceps turn towards one another, towards the face. And then as you continually push the floor away, lift the front of the legs. Abra el pecho tanto cuanto puedes, empujar what is it called? Femurs, los femores atrás, parte delante, parte de femores atrás, para abrir la parte posterior de piernas. In here too, desde aquí también los huesos de nalgas, baja, conectar con talones, connect to the heel bones from the buttock bones. Feel that connection and feel what happens in the pelvis. Sientes qué puedes sentir aquí. In tu pelvis, in tu abdomen. Y otra vez, delante con pies, una y otra. Uttanasana. Once again with the block, so that the brain can have that quality, calm, quiet sensation. And again, you can hold the feet or your hands can be here on the floor. So let the crown of the head, la coronilla, toca el bloque. See that your hips are not falling back. So alignment is important. Alinear las piernas en esta manera, perpendicular. So feel the heels, feel the front of the toes. Neither should become more heavy than the other. So from the buttock bones, connect into your heels, lift the kneecaps, lift the fronts of the thighs, and spread your shoulder blades. Los omoplatos fuera. Separar los omoplatos. El cuello muy suave, la cara suave. Y de nuevo vamos a salir. Stand up. And bring your feet together. Tadasana. Hold on, let me make this bigger. That's better. Okay. Take your block and separate your legs apart. 4.5, 5 feet distance at least between the legs. A meter, 20 centimeters. And extend the arms. So, estire los brazos. Fuera. Lift the front of the thighs as you press into your heels. Really ground your feet. Conectar desde los huesos de los glúteos, the sitting bones, hacia el suelo, entre los talones. So connect through the heels of your feet. So feel that grounding effect in your legs. And then reach up, lengthen up to the top of your head. So vertical extension, the spine is ascending, and then there's a horizontal extension of the arms at the same time. Now turn your left foot in slightly and the right foot and leg out. We're going to come into Utthita Trikonasana, triangle. So keep the legs straight, keep the trunk long, reach out without closing the right side of the torso. Go slowly. Without changing the impact on your feet, how you're standing on the feet, place your hands either on a block or an ankle and raise the top arm up. Turn your head now. Feel the right lung. Siente tu pulmón derecho. Abra el pulmón and feel it. Hace el pulmón más lleno. Fill it up with space. And then from there, turn your head up to look toward the ceiling. So chin up, head back a little bit. Keep the waist long. Mantén los dos lados de tu cintura abiertas y larga. Vamos a salir de aquí. Lift up from the left arm. Parallel your 2 feet. And then we'll move on to the other side. Utthita Trikonasana. So completely connect with the outer edge of the right foot. Lift the front of the right thigh. Lengthen the arms horizontally. Lift up vertically through the sides of the chest and head. Without losing that, place your hand onto the block. Raise the other arm. So keep your spine long and neutral. Externally rotate both legs and draw your left shoulder blade in. Omoplata izquierda arriba, adentro, perdón. Y open the lung on the left side, the one that's lower, that side tends to close. Abra el pecho aquí. Gire el abdomen arriba. Girando el abdomen, mirando arriba. Look up. Keep connecting with your ball of the big toe on the front leg. Keep it straight. Good, to come out, let's pull from the top arm, parallel the feet. Tadasana, bring your feet together. Separate your legs one more time apart, go wide, this time without the block. Arms go wide. And let's turn the left toes in, right leg to the right. So legs a little bit more wide, un poco más abiertas. Es distancia más grande entre las piernas. Y doble la rodilla derecha. Maintain this rotation of the right leg out. Descend both the hips, so not just the right, but also the left body descending. And turn your head, look out the right arm, reach into the fingertips of each hand. And then take the right arm, turn it toward the ceiling, raise it up. Let's go into reverse warrior. Guerrero invertido. Inhale, exhale, to the right elbow, knee contact, lift your chest, raise the left arm, bring it overhead. Parshvakonasana. Turn your head to look up. Keep descending the pelvis, coccyx down, tailbone in. Breathe. Exhale, slide your hand in front of your knee today, to the in the big toe side of the foot. Take the left arm closer to your head, a little deeper. Parshvakonasana. Extend the arm, extend the torso. Inhale to come up, parallel your 2 feet, and then turn to the other side. So if you couldn't reach the floor, then the block becomes handy, becomes helpful. And check to see that your feet are in one line. Bend the front knee, doblamos la pierna. Virabhadrasana. Turn your head to the left. Right? But as you turn your head, see that your chest, your lung doesn't turn. So keep the right lung back. Left shoulder blade forward, omoplata izquierda adentro. Y pulmón derecho atrás. Y desde aquí, guerrero invertido. Inhala. Exhala. Brazo derecho arriba y por encima de la cabeza. Turn, revolve, girando el tronco. Mira arriba. Inhala, exhala, más profundo, más bajo. Fingertips is enough. You can, if you need to, you can put the block there. Turn your chest more. Maintain the extension of the right side now, the torso. This side lengthens. Press into the back foot. Anchor. Inhale, come out. Parallel your feet. And jump or step the feet together. Tadasana. Take a few moments, silent moments in Tadasana. Once again, separate your legs apart. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So this time, please use a block. Tome a block, put it in front, next to your little toe side, and then we're going to extend the arms, reach into triangle. Estira triángulo. And then you can put this hand here for now. Doble la pierna, el brazo izquierdo doblada atrás. And then doble la pierna derecha. Dar un paso más cerca. Put your hand right under your shoulder, so the distance between the foot and your hand should be approximately the length of your torso. And then lift that leg up. Ardha Chandrasana. La media luna. So keep extending the top foot. And as you extend the top foot down, you can take the arm up also. Finish the pose. Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon. Keep extending the top leg away from the torso and the torso and the head away from that leg. And to come out, bend the leg, step back and out. Triangle. And come up. Turn to the next side. Mudita Trikonasana. Exhale, enter the pose. Bend the front knee, put your right hand on your hip. Turn your torso to face toward the ceiling. Then take a step closer. Pass. Come up. Balance. When you find balance, see that you're not falling back excessively, see, falling back, nor are you falling forward, but you're standing right in the middle. So the arch of your left foot, the standing leg foot, is in line with the center of that groin. En una línea recta, perpendicular. Whenever you're ready, take the top arm also up, finish the pose. You can look up if you feel balanced or not. So come out, bend the knee, step back, triangle. Inhale, come up. Parallel your feet. Tadasana. And then from here, let's turn to the side. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, everybody. And then from here, let's bring your feet first of all closer together, pies más juntos. Y desde Adho Mukha Svanasana, vamos subir la pierna derecha. Lift your right leg, lift it any amount. So if you can lift it higher. Try not to turn your hips. So it's not this one right now. I want to keep my hips parallel and yet lift the chest away from the arms, away from the floor. Shoulder blades in, head down. And then look forward, bend the knee, and step your foot between your hands. Bring the left knee to the floor. Anjaneyasana or Kapilasana. Find your balance, kick the arms up, over your head. Inhale, and exhale back. Inhale back to the floor plank. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Side two, bring the left leg up. Outer right hip back, so this hip should not collapse. Good, then keep lifting the leg, let your head hang. And slow motion, bring the leg forward, in between your hands. And then the right knee comes to the floor, torso comes up, arms overhead. Inhale, exhale. Deepen the bend, and hands to the floor. La plancha. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And now this time your right leg steps forward. I'm moving a little faster. Turn your left leg out to come Virabhadrasana. Get it over. Palms come towards each other. Lift your head back. Shoulder blades forward. Bring your right ribs in. Good, then slowly straighten that leg. Shorten the distance just a little bit between the legs. Hands go behind your back. Beginners, keep your hands here. Intermediate level students, cross your forearms like this. Cruza los brazos. Alumnos avanzados, hands into Paschima Namaskara. Right, so depending on your level of practice, one of the three positions I just showed. Inhalamos. Exhale, adelante. Parsvottanasana. So feel free to put your fingers on the floor if you must, if you start losing your balance. Check and see, is your abdomen lengthening still or is it hardening and shortening? Estire, alarga los dos lados de abdomen. Exhala, pon tu frente encima de ti, if possible. Inhale, look up. Coming back up. Turn your feet to parallel. Turn to the other side. Otro lado. Inhala. Exhala. So go slowly. Monitor. Watch how the weight shifts. Comprobar como el peso se cambia entre los dos pies. Turn your needle from right to left. Exhale, fold deeper. Parsvottanasana. Keep the legs straight. Lifting the femurs.
Levante, sube los femores más adentro, más arriba. Hacia externa parte de pelvis, this part, back. Then to come up, inhalamos. Prasarita Padottanasana. Manos bajo. Y manos entre los pies. Baja la cabeza. Empujar los dos manos contra el suelo. Pushing the palms. Lifting the inner arches. Lifting the shoulders. Los omoplatos arriba. Y separar los omoplatos. So broaden across your shoulder blades. Stay here if you are sort of not a beginner necessarily, but if you don't practice Shirshasana 2, don't go to the next step. Okay, Shirshasana 2 requires a neck that's been conditioned to bear so much weight on the neck. So please don't do it if you think you're not ready. Push into your hands and lift your heels. Si puedes levantar las piernas. Levante los talones primero, and then both legs. So extend the legs completely until they come up. And then let the legs come close together. Shirshasana. Let them touch. Tailbone in. Shoulder blades still lifted and spread. And then slowly coming back out. Legs go out wide. And land in the same spot. Preferably inhale, look up. And hands to the hips. Come up. And feet together. Child's pose. So let's bend our knees and take a little break. Breathe in. Come to your hands and knees and sit down. First, extend the arms and the head down. Relax your neck. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. And then from here, feet close together. And then once again, let's bring the right leg to the front. Pierna derecha delante. And now from here, maintain the squared hips. Paralel, los dos caderas cuadradas. Mirando arriba. Let's lift our chest. Sternum forward and up, shoulders back. Y ahora, mano izquierda abajo. Mano derecha. Atrás de cadera derecha. So Paridrita Trikonasana, revolving triangle pose. Turn your right shoulder back and up. Turn. So keep the back heel on the floor. So if your back heel comes up, turn the foot out more. Gire la pierna más fuera si talón no puede contactar con el suelo. Then from here, if you need to, you can keep your hand here. If you feel stable, let's bring that arm up and finish the pose. Paridrita Trikonasana. If you must raise the floor, you can be on the block with your left arm too. Turn more. Exhale. Cuando exhalamos, girando. Turn. Lift the chest. Lengthen. Inhale. Exhale. Girando. Mirando arriba. Y baja el brazo. Cambio de piernas. Now the left leg to the front. So first square the pelvis and the chest. Facing the front of the room. So we're starting in Parshavottanasana. And now the right hand, as you noticed, I didn't bring it across, so I didn't finish the pose. I'm keeping it on the inside. The reason is because I want to keep my shoulder and my hand in one line, so that there's no collapsing on my chest. So push into the hand of your right arm, and then turn to the left. Maintain this length in the lumbar area, and bring your right shoulder blade to the chest. And then keep pressing the back heel into the floor. And then if you can, go ahead and raise the arm, turn away from the wall to your left. Spiral your chest, look up. Exhale, turn. Coccyx down. Good. Coming back. El perro bajo. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then from here, we can step or jump lightly. Uttanasana. Inhale, look up. And hands to the back of your feet. Exhale and fold más profundo. Inhala, arriba. Sube, Tadasana. Let's bring our feet together for a few moments. And Samastiti, Tadasana. Okay, so what I'd like to do next is for you to see, please take a chair. Tome una silla. All right, so with the chair, I'm going to bring my foot, back leg foot, to the wall. Like this. We'll do that one more time. Parivrita Trikonasana. You can turn your mat, puedes girar la esterilla. And then from here, again, my hand goes to the block, and it's this arm is going to go on the chair. Or if you were like at the wall or some kind of shelf, you can use that, or even you can put your hand on the back of the sofa, or whatever you have at home. But watch. You see, this is what I was talking about before. You see, if we cross our arm like this, and if we don't have the stability of the pelvis and shoulders, then you see the arm and the shoulder are not aligned. And then we start doing this to turn. So therefore, keep this hand here for now, right here, and then push the wall with your heel, and then turn, use this hand, and I'm pushing the chair a little bit more out to give you more leverage, because if it's too close, it's hard to use it, right? So keep it a little bit distant, so your elbow is 90 degrees. El brazo izquierdo 90 grados, en codo. Y empuje contra la silla, la espalda de la silla, y girar. So lengthen, so first lengthen forward, and then turn. So you can see my arm and my shoulder now is line, one straight line, una línea recta. And maintain that and use the chair to turn completely, your chest and shoulders to look up. Come on, everybody. You guys are doing? Yeah? Okay. Muy bien. Second side, come out. Vamos a cambiar. La otra pierna delante. Move your chair. Arribita Trikonasana. Revolving triangle. So again, have the chair some distance away from you. Bring your opposite hand forward. Down, put your hand on the floor or block. Right underneath your shoulder. Now you see this shoulder blade, you have to bring it in so it doesn't go out like this. Bring the back ribs in, shoulder blade in, and then head up and back. Con mano, otra mano superior, empujar la espalda. Y con brazo doblado, estire el pecho, estire el sternum y girando, girando más cuando exhalamos. Inhalamos adelante y exhalando, girando más. Keep the legs straight like Paschimottanasana. Maintain the work of the legs. The integrity of the feet should not be lost. So keep the potency in your ankles, feet, mound of the big toe, back heel connected to the wall. Use the wall for your advantage. Vamos a salir. Tadasana. And you can use a chair if you have a chair. Puedes utilizar una o sin silla. Adho Mukha Svanasana. So if you don't have a chair, just do it on the floor. This one is a little bit more nicer on the shoulder blades, less pressure, and it can really open my chest more. is to open the thoracic cage. Para abrir la caja torácica. Triceps in, let your head hang. Uttanasana. Cross your arms, hold your elbows, and let your forearms hang on the chair. Forehead on top of your forearms. And then look up. Let's come up now. Okay. All right, so let's push the chair to the side. We're going to use no chair this time for the next pose. All right, so let's step the legs apart one more time. Arms go out. And then arms turn. Arms go overhead. If you can keep your arms straight, put them together. If your arms begin to bend, it's better to keep them separate. Yeah? So let's try to bring them together. Bring them back and up behind you so that they come together. And then turn to your right. Yan. Arms continue lifting. Guerrero uno. Warrior one. And look up. Bring your upper arms even more up and back. And then lean forward. We're going to take a step back so that I don't run out of the screen, right? The view. And then we'll take warrior three. Now, if warrior three is difficult for you to balance, right? If your arms do not stay up, right? If they do this, you could use the back of the chair. I'll show it in a moment on the other side. Extend the arms, extend the leg, abdomen up. Then step back, Virabhadrasana one, and come out. Now I'm going to show now how to use the chair. So you see from this side, I step back, arms go up, Virabhadrasana, and then I put my hands on the back of the chair, and then take a little step, and go up. You see, so the chair is guiding my hands. So it's not to rest on the chair. I'm not really hanging on the chair. It's not this, collapsing. But I'm lifting and moving my arms, my wrists forward, supported by the chair. The chair is just a little reminder how to work properly in this pose. So you're not falling forward or down. Back into warrior. One. And up. Tadasana. Uttanasana, feet slightly apart. Arms overhead, exhale, fold. And let your head rest and hang completely free. Bring your hands back to your pelvis. And inhale and come up. Okay, so now we're going to go into some back bends. And if you have one of these round wheels, you may use that, right? If you don't have the wheel, you can just lie down on your back also. So here's how I'd like to use the wheel. Show you first. So I sit close to it. And then I lean back, elevate my hips, and then slowly bring my arms overhead. So make sure that the wheel is in the center. Then my arms reach back all the way until maybe they touch the floor. If they don't touch, I may have to lift my pelvis a little higher, and then they touch. Once the hands touch, I hold the sides of my sticky mat, and then holding the mat, start dropping my lumbar and my pelvis toward the floor. So basically the wheel is massaging my back and shaping it into more round, more arched position. So this is to open. Right? Si no tenéis this prop, you simply go up from here, and then hands interlock, and then you can work on that. lift up. Right? Chest up, press into the feet. If you're still in the round wheel, slowly come down and join us here so that all of us are on the same page. Todos vamos a encontrar aquí. En esta postura, sit to Bandhasana. Push into your hands, wrists, lift your tailbone. Keep your knees at 90 degrees. Relax the throat, relax your face. Good, slowly release the arms. And let's come down to the floor. All the way. Rest. Recover. One more time, and then this time we'll change the interlock of the fingers. So if your one hand was on top, now put the other one on below. And once again, press down with the feet to come up. Hands interlock. Turn your shoulders down under and lift up. See that your knees don't go wider than your feet. Las rodillas y los talones en una línea misma, perpendicular. Release, now find your block y pon tu block debajo de tu sacrum. Okay, so keep your feet parallel still. And then release the arms. Palms can either face up or down. And then let's extend our legs. Slowly extend one foot and then the other. One at a time. If you need to separate the legs a little bit wider, you may do so. Puede separar los pies poco más. Or no, you can be here also. Let the chest completely be open and rising towards the ceiling, legs extending. Take several more longer, slower inhalations, exhalations. Whenever you're ready, bend your legs, and with both legs bent, rest for a few moments. And then let's remove the block completely and come down. All right, now we're going to find our belt. Let's see where my belt is. No, there it is. I'm going to use a belt, which is a single one. Or actually for this purpose, as you can see, I have attached two belts together, so it's just gonna go faster. So otherwise I have to untie it and it just takes time. So instead of untying one belt, I'm choosing to use a long one like this. It's a double belt, you see? But you can simply open one of your belts. So have a look what we're going to do next. First see, and then do it. The belt is on top of my belly. I bring the block again under my sacrum. And this time, I want my block to go up a little bit closer this way, towards the lower lumbar vertebra 1, maybe even 1.5 or 2, somewhere in the middle there. Not so high up here, so it's not so much on my lumbar, but it's on my sacrum and also the first and maybe second lumbar vertebra. Now watch what I do with the belt. This belt now has to come to the front of my legs. So I'm going to do one of those numbers. You see, I just threw my belt around the front of my ankles. And then I'm going to walk my ankles, my feet more forward, still holding the belt. Don't let go of the belt. And watch next. I first flex one foot so the belt doesn't get lost, doesn't disappear. And then push the other. The heel and the arch of that foot should meet the belt. Then I hold tension of the belt so I don't lose it and do the other thing, the other foot. Feet can be apart or closer together. Now, if your belt slides to the floor, it's too late. Then you have to start over again. Don't let that happen. The belt should stay on your heels, at least, or arches. And then now watch the last part. My hands must be as close as possible to the feet. So the arms are completely straight now. And as I push into my legs, watch what happens. My arms are working hard, my legs are pressing and working hard. The body has lifted into a higher arch, and the block has tipped and tilted. Es una inclinación en bloque. And then my tailbone's really driving into the hips. Legs are strong. And then I release. Now try this. So put the belt, like I showed, the belt goes around the front of your feet. So that's Jandov Sarvangasana, like this. Right? And you're holding with your hands, you're pulling still. The whole time you're pulling. So let go. Then you make sure you're already on the block, of course. And then start walking the hands closer, closer to the feet, closer, closer until your arms are completely straight. Externally rotate your arms. And then start pushing. Gonna take the legs out apart. Upadishta Konasana. Wide legs. Put your hands behind you. Press down into the palms. Lift the chest and trunk. Keep the toes pointing straight up toward the ceiling. With the hands pressing behind you, leaning forward slightly, and feel the inner groins opening up. Letting go in the groins. Let this area soften. Good. Now turn towards your left foot. And then walk your hands forward. Take hold of your left foot with your hand. And then the other hand on the other side. Lift your chest, trunk. Inhale. Exhale, bending the elbows out, fold towards the front of the leg. Aim out. Notice how this right hip will come up. So keep that right femur down and extend it towards your foot. And from that right hip, extend towards your left foot. Coming back out, release the leg, turn to the other side. Now face your right leg. Turn towards it. Bring your left arm in front of your foot. Hold the foot. Press down with the other hand. Turn, revolve, and orient your torso towards the straight leg. Giri al tronco. And then take the other hand also. Take hold of your foot. And then go forward from here. Bend your elbows out to the sides. Go back to center. Release. Take one block in front of you. And that can be for your chest or your forehead, depending on whatever comes down first, or whichever part of the body can reach. So take your arms out to the sides and then extend forward. And with your first two fingers, reach your big toes. Hold the big toes. And look up. Inhale. And exhale, bring your chest to the block or forehead to the block. Like I said, depends whichever one can touch. Now you can hold the toes and pull, or you can relax your toes and relax your hands and just let your hands kind of drape over your toes like this in more relaxed fashion of making contact. Let the shoulder blades spread apart so the whole back body is expanding now. The top of the buttocks have to remain descending that way toward the floor. And pubis toward the floor also. And then bring your hands to the front. In between your knees, look up. Pull yourself up to sitting upright. Put your hands behind you once again.
Sit up straight, tall. Good. And then let's bring the block behind you and sit down on that block. So as you sit down on the block, bend the knees, bring one foot in front and then the other foot. Bring both feet close together, Baddha Konasana. So with the feet now in Baddha Konasana, close to your pelvis, let's bring our hands to the toes. Hold your big toes, and then lifting the chest, pull your knees apart. So there's external rotation here, and also arms, external rotation on the arms. Lift your chest. So big toes can come apart, but the heels stay together in this one. And then stay with the knees as they are. Don't disturb this part. Take your hands to the inner thighs. In fact, rotate your inner thighs out. Externally rotate both legs. Gira las piernas, fuera. Fuera y separar las rodillas más lejos, una de otra. And then now let's bring the hands back to the floor and now walk the hands forward again. Adho Mukha Baddha Konasana. So Adho Mukha is facing down. You're going into the forward extension now, any amount. Inhale, come up. Bring your hands back to the front. Bring your knees together. And slide your legs out to the front of your mat. Dandasana. Sit straight. And then let's come off the block. Okay, so now, if you do not have a chair, I'm going to teach a shoulder stand on the chair today. So if you don't have a chair, feel free to just do regular shoulder stand, normal, regular. If you can though, get yourself a yoga chair, folding chair, then this is what I'd like to demonstrate how to do today. It can also be done off of the regular chair, but you have to be more cautious. Be careful when you do it. I take the mat and fold it twice and put it on the seat of my chair, like that. And then take the two blankets and then fold the two blankets double, like this, one on top of each other. And then these blankets will be in the front of the chair. See how I get into it? So one on top of the other. And now I'm going to sit on top of the chair, straddle the chair. Okay? The knees go over the top. And that's why if you're using the regular chair, be careful because normally they're too high. The backrest is too high for most people. And that's why it may make you fall, so be careful. If you're tall enough and you can get your legs over the top of the chair, then you can cautiously proceed. Muy cuidado. So you can see how I'm taking tiny little steps and I'm moving my buttock bones away from this edge of the chair towards the back of the chair. Más atrás. So that when I lie back slowly, my weight is evenly distributed between the front legs and the back legs. You see, my legs are falling this way, my head and shoulders will go that way. Now I'm ready to go. First, I bend my elbows, I put my elbows on the seat of the chair, and I recline back until I feel my head touching the blanket. Once I get there, I need to slide out a little bit now, off the blanket, and until my head comes free on the floor. Once my head is on the floor, I raise my legs up on top of the chair, and then the blanket now should come under my shoulders. You see, this is where it's supposed to go, just under the top of my shoulders. Now arms go inside, los brazos adentro, adentro. If you can go under, the better, the lower, the better. And I reach inside and find the back legs of the chair, this part, you see? And I'm holding that back part of the chair now with my arms straight.
And my back, sacrum is still touching. La coccyx encima la silla, and then my legs can come up. When I lift my legs, watch, it's not like a regular shoulder stand. No es eso. It's not this. Don't do this, please. Today we're doing the supported one. So I'm supporting the back of my sacrum against the chair. So there's an arc in my back. The legs are perpendicular and they're straight. The back of my head is pressed against the floor. And the back of my shoulders, shoulder blades, are on top of the blanket. I look towards my chest or towards my legs. If you find that you need to bend the knees, you can do that too. You can put your legs here. You may even extend your legs and place them on the backrest of the chair in this manner. De esta manera también. This is like Setubandha variation of shoulder step. But I'm going to go back to the more classical. This is considered Viparita Karani on the chair. So it's not technically a shoulder stand, even though it feels like one, because my shoulders and my neck are doing the actions of a shoulder stand. There is Jalandhara Bandha, there is chin lock to my thyroid gland and my throat. So that's why this is a hybrid pose. It's not technically, it's neither shoulder stand purely, nor is it just Viparita, because Viparita Karani is more relaxed. You're not as lifted as I am now. If you are on the chair, you're going to do the next variation. Si estás en Sarvangasana, classical pose, you can stay in the pose. Bend your knees, and then cross your legs, cruzando los dos tibias, piernas. And then my toes, I see I slide them down and I catch the outside bar of the chair backrest. Con los dedos, coge la espalda de la silla. And this allows me to open even more around here, around the front of my pelvis, an area here. It relaxes. Now I can take my arms and remove them completely from the chair. I don't need to hold anymore, because now the chair is holding me completely, unconditionally. The arms can relax. So the pose then becomes more of a restorative. And then if you've been here for some time now with me, let's bring the leg carefully and change the crossing of the legs, because it's different. It's one side is higher when you cross, then the other side is lower. So we need to do both sides, those levels. So this is Supta or Setubandha, Sukhasana, or Swastikasana is actually the name of the pose. Swastika. I'm doing with my legs in Sarvangasana, with shoulders. Those of you who are in shoulder stand, you need to now come down to the plow pose. Baja las piernas, bajar si estás en Sarvangasana. If you are on the chair though with me, do not go into plow, please. No haces eso. Instead, press the feet in the seat of the chair, raise your pelvis up a little bit, and now just slide away from the chair. Don't need to get up. Just slide, slide, slide until your back is now on the floor, buttocks on the floor. Your legs can rest like this on the seat of the chair. If you are in plow, si estás en arado, poco a poco vamos a salir del arado. Y descansa. Let's rest and recuperate just a little bit longer here. And then from here, we bend our knees and turn over to the side. Come on. Now I'm sitting on those two blankets that I was using for the shoulder stand. Crossing my legs again, and now this time I'm bringing my chair a little bit farther away so that I have a little bit more space to incline towards, and then with my forearms crossed, my forehead comes to the top of my forearms. And then relax. So this is to soothe and relax and bring the neutrality to my spine now. Because in the last posture, my back was arched. Relax the eyes and the brain. Completely let it rest and fall towards the chair seat. And then change the cross of the arms and your feet. And the other arm goes on the top. And then release that. Come up. Now I'm going to take the chair away. Let's open our mat completely. Ahora la esterilla. And now we're going to take a restorative pose. Vamos a hacer un bolster. Con dos mantas, hacer un bolster. Narrow, una estrecha manera. Dobladas. And then that will be for your back and the top of your head, back of the head. And then this. And I'm going to change now, swap my belts for the smaller one, because now I don't need the big one anymore. Now I made this loop big, quite big. And then put the loop behind my back. And then once it's behind my back, I need to put it close to my sacrum, coccyx. And then draw my feet close to me. Bring the belt between my legs, you see, entre las dos piernas, y debajo de pies. So the belt goes under the feet, you see, like that, underneath. So Supta Baddha Konasana. And then I lie back slowly, reclining. If the head is tilting too far behind, then you can double the back portion of the blanket just once, to bring it to raise your head up higher. That's all. Relax your arms at your sides, or now you can also bring the arms up and over and cross your elbows and hold your arms like in that way. If this feels uncomfortable to your shoulders, then just by all means keep your arms here. Si estás más cómodo aquí, estar aquí. Be here in that case. Allow your eyes to close. Go inwards. Your eyes closed. With the breath now, become a little bit slower. Allow your breath to become a little bit delayed, a little bit elongated. So you're not taking more volume of the air in as you're inhaling, just it should take a little longer time for you to inhale. No más volumen de aires, pero más tiempo para inhalar y para exhalar. That's all you're doing. You're elongating each next consecutive inhalation little by little. So now I'll have to stop talking and do with you together. Keep releasing the inner thighs. If you need to support your legs, you may put a blanket, a block, or simply make fists. Pagadit, hace puños debajo de las caderas. Feel the rising of the chest as you're growing that inhalation as it becomes longer and slower. Same volume of the air, just more time. Delay, slow down inhalation. And equally long exhalation.
Relax the back of your neck, where the neck and the head meets at the occiput. Soften the throat in front. Cara suave, garganta suave, cuello también. Deja los ojos caer adentro. Let the eyes fall back towards the brain, towards the back of your head. And from that place of the back of your head, let the eyes look down towards your chest. Deja los ojos mirar adelante hacia tu corazón. Now, once the breath has reached that plateau that you may sustain, you're able to sustain. Don't make it impossible to sustain, impossibly long. So then sustain it and now add a couple of normal inhalations if needed. 1 or 2 normal breath in between longer, slower ujjayi breathings. If you don't need to rest in between each ujjayi, you may take another 4 or 5 cycles of ujjayi, one after another. If you need to rest the legs, you may release the loop from the belt, from the legs, and just allow the legs to remain free now. But complete your pranayama cycles. You should be now near your last 1 or 2 cycles, maybe, the last couple. And then as you finish your next cycle, gently open your eyes, place your hands on your chest. Bend your knees and slowly turn yourself onto your side and just remain on it for a few moments. And then press down into the floor to come up. All right, so the next pose is going to be a supported twisting pose. So watch, I'm going to sit in Dandasana, both legs are extended straight. And then I turn, lean toward the blankets. I leave the blankets as they were and bring my one leg, the one that's more far from the blankets, into a loose Virasana, quite loose, not intense. So it's relaxed. Then I turn my torso and I let my hips come up a little bit and turn more. And then elongate toward the blankets to lie down. And then let my head turn whichever direction I can turn, right or left, doesn't matter. And find a comfortable position and be here and keep turning, keep revolving toward the blanket. So it's a very kind of a soft twist, supported twist. Allow the organs to relax completely inside of you. And we'll be here for a couple of minutes on your side. And then we'll, of course, we will do the same thing on the other side for equal amount of time. Slowly press down into your hands to come up. And then bring your left leg, the one that was bent, back to straight. And then now you can just turn the blankets around, move them onto the other side of you. So the blankets need to be in line with your hip, with the top of your leg, not too close to the knee. Turn your other leg back to Virasana. And then push into your hands and arms like Chaturanga. Turn, lengthen forward as you lie down. Turn, revolve, and then relax under the blanket top. The straight leg can be a little bit bent, so it's soft in the knees, not overly straight. Don't lock the knees. And then breathe into the back area of your ribs, into your back lungs.
Relaja todo. And then to prepare to come out from here, press back into the floor again, push to come up. Straighten your legs in front of you, Dandasana. And now we're going to take Shavasana. So you may keep one of your blankets just there for your head. Take the other one and make it into a roll, thick roll, and then put that where your knees will be. Sit down and then reclining back, come onto your upper back, shoulders, knees come onto support. The back of your head, lift it with the hands and gently pull it away from the spine and release it completely. Let's bring the palms together in front of your head and then rub your surface of the palms very energetically, vigorously. Make your hands hot. Once the hands are feeling warm and hot, put them on top of your eyes and forehead. Feel the warmth of your hands. Siente las manos. The calor. And while it's still warm, allow the brain to relax and melt back into the head, into the skull. When you feel ready, you can release the hold of your head and just let your arms out, Shavasana, for a few minutes. Let the palms face up. And allow the features of the face to become expressionless. Deja ir todos los partes. Emotionally also relax and let go. Let your mind stay present in the moment. The mind tends to drift in Shavasana because this has nothing to do anymore. So once again, you can use the technique of bringing the breath to the mind, bringing the mind to the breath, which helps to engage the mind and keep it in the present fragment of time. Smooth, soft inhalations, now slow, soft exhalations, without playing with the breath. Simply let it be soft and natural. And then to come out of Shavasana, you can gently deepen your next few breath cycles. Allow your eyelids to open from the back. When you're ready, bend your knees first, and then turn over to your right side and remain on it for a few moments longer. And then rise up to seated from here.
Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. And apologize for the interruption in the middle of the class due to technical problems we have.